Hi, everybody. Welcome to the QB School. I'm JT O'Sullivan. Today, Anthony Gordon, Washington State, Cougs. He's flying up a lot of NFL draft boards. We're going to figure out why. We're going to watch a full game against the Ducks. Big game, back and forth battle. They came back and took the lead right at the end. He played great down the stretch, had a lot of great plays over the course of this game, threw the ball 50 times, 400 yards passing, air raid stuff we'll talk about, but I'm fired up. I think y'all will really enjoy this. Let's see what the evaluation looks like. Welcome to the QB School. All right, if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel, hit the bell, get the notifications, let you know when we go live, when we put out new content. A lot of people are starving for content right now. I'm going to do my best to make it happen as often as I possibly can, but help this channel grow by subscribing, hit the bell, get the notifications, and then you want to get nuts. Let's get nuts, right? Join, get a membership, get the badge after your name, get the emojis, all the good stuff in the live streams. I really appreciate the support for the channel. Let's dive into the film. All right, Anthony Gordon, big time game against the Ducks in Oregon, all the way down to the wire. Really excited to watch him play here. Little wide receiver screen to start. Just scheme-wise here, read-wise, to me, this is just a really simple, I want to say, I'm most used to calling this a surge screen, and what really is going to be the read here for the quarterback is the last man on the line of scrimmage here. You're going to read usually, you got a little swing or wide screen coupled with a tunnel or a middle screen, whatever you want to call this down here, and you just read this defender. Now, to me, this ball might go out to the swing, but they might have called just straight up kind of wide receiver tunnel screen down here. Hard to tell right out the gate, but nice completion. So shows some good kind of touch on his all these passes. You know, I don't think he's ever going to be confused with someone who has a rocket of an arm, but the accuracy, consistency, the timing of it, nice job with the look off. If it's just straight up screen. I like that wide receiver too. I wonder where he went to high school. Right in it though. Motion 3x1. See Oregon's adjustments all day. Nice decision here. Just making good decisions. Get the ball up the field. Get what you can get out of bounds. Protect yourself. I actually thought this might have been a penalty too. Gets tackled almost outside the white. But rarely throws contested balls down the field. Making good decisions. You know, I don't think he by any means has the most polished kind of pocket presence, always batting the ball, but coming from someone who did that all the time too, you know, not going to get too mad at him. He does have a great quick release. Had a lot of throwaways too in this game. You know, this is classic air raid. You know, I'm not certified, but to me this looks like over. And what I mean by that is this number 3 receiver is going to have the ability to just basically come across and find areas in the zone. So slow down, find green grass, and run to grass. And so you just come out and read this sucker 1 right here. It might be an alert down here on this go, depending on what your matchups look like. But quarterback-wise, you know, it's a little deceiving to me because I really like his pocket presence, his ability to deliver the ball accurately, consistently. But it's hard to get an evaluation sometimes on these air raid quarterbacks because, yes, they deliver the ball accurately. Yes, they throw it a lot. Yes, there's some inflation to the stats. But it's not a lot of the same type of eye discipline. What I mean by that is you got to watch the receiver. Like, this looks like he's staring him down, but he's staring him down because he could go and pull up anywhere. Look at the anticipation here when he goes to make this throw. Now he pat the ball, but then, you know, that's another, he's throwing the thing on the other side of the hash, right down the tracks. He let that thing go, and Patman was in the middle of the O. Footwork wise, you know, I wouldn't say it's polished, but when he goes to throw it, I love it. All his cleats are in the ground, driving it. And that's consistent all the time. Now, yeah, does he have a little jump around? To me, a little like, I don't know, what's a good analogy? Like a less athletic Tony Romo, as far as Tony was an athletic guy from the pocket. but he had this same kind of like shuffle hybrid drops. But Anthony shows some great anticipation right down here and out to the bottom of the screen to the number 2. No hitch, shuffle, no hitch, but he lets this thing go, pause it. He's throwing that thing right there. The wide receiver's not even out of this break at the bottom of the logo. And so, there's a lot of things to really like here. We're going to get just a speed out right here, and he's right here. The clear route is behind him. So we're going to get a clear, must outside release with this little speed out. And look, he's throwing this thing, not on the out yet. It's hardly open, but he trusts it. Decision-making, borderline impeccable the entire game. But look at the execution of this. This is not, now, granted, it's to the boundary, but that's just smart. Again, look at the footwork. It's not what you would say is your prototypical 3-step drop. It's, shuffle, but sink on that back foot and drive it. And I like that. That's one of the things that would never be necessarily graded down for me, because this is about matching what you bring to the table throwing with the scheme. But you just won't see it very often in the league. And what I mean by that is, there's not a whole lot of guys who do just this shuffle. But I love it. Again, fundamentals, when he gets all his cleats in the ground and then he's got a super quick release. Love the upper body mechanics, accurate, the decision making. Really nice start to this game. Comes out, little pro set, split back, middle field closed. Doesn't like it down the field. Good job getting the ball down. Let your playmakers go make plays. That's a nice play by the back. Geez. Stay in bounds. Keep your hand down. Keep your feet going. But decision-making wise from Gordon here, not forcing the ball down the field. Looks like he's signaling guys right here with a little hand to the head. Right there, right on the pole. Play action fake. And just get it down right on him. Quick, decisive. Oh, man, that's a nice play. Got to make that tackle. Ooh. Really nice. So there's some nice, a number of plays here, back to back to back. Now, I'm only putting in here the runs or the quarterback-specific plays. There are, 2 or 3 runs in this entire game, which is awesome. Again, look at his back foot. I don't even need to know what happens with the rest of the play. It's loaded, ready to throw. Throw it away. There you go. Hold on to it so long that you get a holding penalty. Again, great decision-making. Look at him down at the bottom of the right, just coaching his guys up like, come on, fight, get open. I actually don't know what he's saying, but I love that kind of emotion. You can tell he cares. He's into it, fired up. That galvanizes people. This to me, I'm not going to bash the air raid because I know I'm a fan of some guys who really like the air raid. But this to me is an issue with the air raid. Not only does the quarterback have to stare down the receiver sometimes, but they have so many kind of availabilities to sit down in green grass that you get this. This is just not good ball. And what I mean by that is you can't have 2 people in the same space. What are you supposed to do with that? That's easy to throw. What do you just throw it right down the middle and the first guy gets it? To me, this is a good example of scheme deficiency and why it's going to struggle to ever take off in the league, in my opinion, because there just isn't precision as far as the depths and space. There's too much kind of availability. Now, I can't tell you, one of these guys might be wrong, and that might be why he was so pissed. But you see that a handful of times in this game, and I don't watch every single snap of Mike Leach stuff. But to me, that's always been one of the major concerns about the air raid. So we get a holding penalty. Now we're backed up in the red zone. Empty. Again, oh man, they get another holding penalty. I love the fact that he doesn't force the ball down the field. He goes from right, no, back to left, a little shuffle footwork, spin out, throw it away. By no means, like a dynamic athlete, but obviously can do enough to save a play, protect a team. Again, it's not an easy thing to go from full field reads here. So he's going right, no, left, no, spin out, have the IQ to throw it away, protect the play, and the arm strength to get it all the way out there. Just keep backing up. It's a bad feeling. What the percentages are when you get 2 penalties inside the red zone, not high to score. Little screen, similar to the first play of the game. Again, footwork wise here. Hard to say what exactly is going on, why he's so late getting it there. But I do love the kind of the release, the upper body. It doesn't look like it's right over the top to me, but that has never been a huge deal, personally. I'm sure there are people who love to have up high over the top releases. We got a variation of mesh here. Watch these 2 guys underneath here. Can't tell if this is just a post that turns into like a deep over, that they're not on the same page, or this is just a throwaway. But man, he's got a lot of throwaways. And that's usually a sign of a really good quarterback. Now that's coming from someone who used to think that I threw the ball away a lot. So might have some bias in that analysis. But again, the footwork wise here, to me, this is where it comes into knowing the system a little bit. This is a borderline disaster. Look at the snap. Jeez. It's like 3 shuffles. It's not really, and that's the thing that I think makes it a little bit harder to analyze a guy or to evaluate an air raid quarterback, because the footwork doesn't time up on the perimeter like it would in most other offenses, because there is so much flexibility and creativity with space. Oh, Nelly, what a throw. Oh, my God. So this is just like and these are the type of things that, without being an air raid person, I can't tell you if this is a called play or if this is just how they run smash. But this is a corner and a hitch. And this hitch, then, if you don't get it, or it might be a called double move, turns into like almost an under right here. And this is a straight up laser dime drop. But I can't tell you if this is just straight up whatever they call their smash 90 something. And if you don't get it, you go immediately, which would be a cool variation. I mean, it's aggressive. But to me, this looks like almost like a called, we're going to take a shot, double move, little creative way to do it. But if you're certified, let me know. That's a dime. My goodness. But again, if I didn't know that it was an air raid concept, I would say, man, he stares down every single throw. But you have to know what your wide receivers are doing, because there isn't a precision as far as depth. I love the pocket movement, though. Just look at the little subtle, hits that back foot up. I would love to see 2 hands on the ball, as opposed to like a Burrow who's always perfect within the pocket. But the release is fast. I mean, you got to catch the rock, bro. Did it get tipped? It might have got tipped. Either way, it hits him in the face. That's a shame. That's a dime. Whew. All right, second series. Going to get a little spot snag concept down here to the bottom of the screen. Just find that soft spot in the zone. Love the fact that he's throwing that away from the near defender. what I mean by that is when I think spot, it's not however they determine what it is in the air raid. You're coming in here, you're getting an out or corner or sail, whatever, and some sort of wide right here. And really this is just a stretch on this flat defender. And what you want to do with the ball location is throw it away from the near defender. So if you got a triangle or some sort of cone going on out here, it doesn't matter what's going on. In a zone coverage, you want to throw that thing away from the near defender. So right there on the wide receiver's left shoulder, spin, get up the field. Perfect. Excellent execution. Great accuracy. Get a completion, start the drive. Again, like watching it to me is obviously, not obviously, it's a little, he's in the pocket. He's just up and down, I would say bouncy. Some people would say, staying athletic, stay on your toes. Either way, when he goes to throw it, all his cleats are in the ground. Do I think he could be more efficient if he wasn't hopping around like that? Yes. But for all I know, that's how they teach it. Again, decision making. We're fake screening down here to the bottom of the screen. We've already run that screen a handful of times. Come out with the fake. Don't like it. Come back across. Get the over. No. Outside the pocket. Get what you can get. Get out of bounds. Protect yourself on the boundary. Decision making. Consistency. Love it. Really nice job. Again, you see the ball security here, though. Like, this isn't just me. This is one hand on the ball, hanging down by your hip almost. I think some people say, oh, he's a gunslinger. You don't see a whole lot of quarterbacks on Sundays rocking that look. 3x1. Closed. Here's another look at some of the scheme elements to me. This is shallow or variation of shallow. What I mean by that is we're going to get a little drive route or shallow route coming across here. And usually they can hook up anytime there's grass or not grass, or there's defenders out there or space. They have the ability to just kind of settle in zone and play right over the top another guy at the second level. And so these guys, to me, on this play, have always had the tendency to be able to be in the same line, which makes it not a great play, in my opinion. Doesn't mean it's not a great play. People run it all over the place. But you can see that underneath, they settle. They're in the same line. Now, the wide receiver behind him tries to, run out of it, but he throws it. We'll see it from this side. The shallow is coming from our left. The kind of hook is coming from the right. But I mean, that they're in the same line. This is now the second time this has happened. Now, this should be a pick. This is, it's miscommunication. This is, again, issues with the raid for me, emerging a little bit. There's just occasionally the precision is lacking. Like, they're looking at each other like, who's who in the zoo here? Like, was that to you or to me? And look at Gordon. Looks like he's looking to 19, like, just come back to the ball. But he's out there looking like recess. You don't see this type of route from a wide receiver where he's running backwards at an angle like that very often. So next series, come out, little shift, 3x1, middle field closed. Again, a variation of mesh. So mesh is these two shallow runners. Again, they have the option to keep running, settle up in zone. Probably like to see Patman settle up in zone right there. Oh, get smacked. That's why. This is turning into a little mini air raid bash, but I think it comes into play here with the evaluation of a quarterback. So we're going to get the mesh, which to me is any variation of these two guys coming like this. And then once they mesh here, they sometimes even slap hands, depending on what scheme you're in. You can come out here and throttle down, find space, run to grass, and you can actually run up too, which is a cool variation. I think the coolest part of that play. So we got the mesh, and then on the back end, this looks like a variation of dagger. But again, there's so much flexibility in what these guys are allowed to do that they almost occupy the same space. So what I think should probably be a more dynamic post and hard in, you know, like a dagger variation, they're allowed to kind of come in here and run to space, but they end up occupying the same space. And so, you know, maybe it's just this game, you know, they've had these type of plays show up so quickly, but like, where are you supposed to throw the ball down the field there? Again, I never like to see quarterbacks throw in their wide receivers or perimeter players into big collisions. You know, it's going to happen occasionally. But I mean, you know, what's going on here at left guard? That's a bad feeling. Again, he spun out a handful of times. This is nice. This is quick. This is sudden, like twitchy. Whoop. I don't know about twitchy. Sudden. Come out. No. Vision. Oh. It's a good shot. Nice, though. Making someone miss. Wide open free runner through the B gap. Middle field closed. 2x2. I think middle field closed. Snap it. Again, fake screen with what I'm going to guess is going to be over coming from the other side. There it is. He gets all the way through that really fast. So we're faking the screen down here to the bottom. Whatever they call their little wide receiver tunnel middle. Come up, come back. We're going to fake out here and hit this kind of outside go. We're going to get what I'm going to guess is their variation of over. Probably an in or a dig on the backside. Maybe a curl. And then this check wide. And he gets all the way to this check down really fast. I love to see the processing, the ability to deliver the ball quickly with accuracy. No, 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 yes. That's not an easy throw. He's making it look easy. In the backside here, we'll see the quick fake screen to the left, how fast he's able to process. I'm also a little surprised how much he's signaling what he wants on the perimeter. Maybe he has the flexibility to do that all the time. I didn't necessarily know that that was an air raid thing. But look at that. It says no to the left. Comes back. No, no, yes. Always a good sign when quarterbacks are getting into the check down multiple times in a game. I can tell you they got full command of what's going on, where everyone is. It's not an easy skill. It's not something it's a learned skill to be able to get the ball down to the check down, decision making. Come out, try to play man. Beautiful dime. Whew. Back shoulder throw. Love it. Up top. Just throwing him open. That's really nice. Very nice. Whether that's over or what. First read comes out. He likes the matchup. Patman. Again, the footwork, you know, from gun, you don't usually see a whole lot of two shuffle. But I love the fact that when he goes to throw it, all his cleats are in the ground. Lined up to the target. And that's a straight up strike. A laser to the highlighter coach over there. All right, second quarter. 3-by-1. Again, a little screen. They run this a handful of times this game. Interesting thing to pick up on screen-wise here for all those X's and O's fans is how they're blocking this. Some variation of like a cross block. So we're going to come out here. He's got the 2. He's got the 1. And we're going to come in here and cross them up right here. So I like this little variation. Gives that outside guy a little bit better angle to protect this throw. Gives your offensive lineman a chance to cut too. But again, I think this is where some people could argue, and I might even argue, that this is going to inflate your completion percentage with throws like this. You know, this is a legitimate handoff. but it works. And he's just running the system that he's in. That's how you get to 400 yards in a game with 50 attempts. Empty, 3-by-2, middle field closed. Again, those guys just getting up there. I mean, look at this route. Like, you don't see this route very often. You borderline, I would say, never see this route in the NFL. The number 2 down here to the bottom of the screen is going to come up, but he turns outside to then pivot in. I think the last time I saw this was for Rough Riders. This has got a CFL vibe to it, where guys are just going out there finding space. But again, because you give so much flexibility to the wide receivers, I mean, there's no joke. He is staring him down. Catch it, 1, shuffle, stare. He does a great job throwing to space. They're on the same page. But again, it just makes the evaluation process harder. So that's why I feel like, people get upset who are air raid fans. Like, why don't these guys get, a better opportunity in the league? I think that there's a bunch of factors why. This right here, variation of 4 verticals. If you're playing precise ball, and this is not, it's just different philosophical strategies. Middle field closed, and this is 4 verticals where these guys have specific landmarks. You got to let this rip right here. This is open in the NFL. Now, in the air raid, it might not be, because these guys have the ability to stop and run and throttle down in space. But to me, this ball gets thrown to the number 2 seam in the NFL. This is a touchdown. Right there. As soon as that middle field player, that's open. If you can anticipate, that's open to the number 2. Now, he might not be looking there, and that might be, it's never always going to be perfect. Again, another throwaway. He does such a good job protecting, uncontested throws down the field or contested throws down the field with his ability to just get out of the pocket, throw it away. Oh my gosh, I love that from the right tackle. That makes me so happy. Pass that, no, go look for work. Boop, ejected club. Again, just athletic enough, doesn't make it look easy. Fortunate almost right there. That thing comes out like a change-up that doesn't change. All right, 2nd and 10, ball in the 15. Inside the red zone, 2-by-2. Middle field closed. Just Y over. Air raid staple. So the read on this thing is, I'm going to guess it's an outside release. Go. 1. Out. 2. Calling it to really work this over. And this guy has the ability to throttle, run, find space anywhere in there. Can break it off hot if he wants. All sorts of opportunity right there. Let's see if they end up getting it to him. Look at that throw. Oh my God, that's a dime. Look at him shuffling backwards too. That's the thing. Shuffle, backwards, retreating. Oh, he dropped it. Oh my, it was picked. That's disgusting. That's a dime. That was right in his hands. Again, I'm not sure what's going on with the footwork here. Looks like he catches and hesitates. Again, retreating. Look when he goes to throw that thing. Oh my gosh. That's his boy 19 too. Oh. Oh my gosh. That's a brutal drop. Not even a drop. That's like a volleyball set. Oh. Oh man. What a bummer. You don't see that very often. All right, so obviously not on the quarterback there. They do a good job, get the ball back. A little screen. Again, really nice job with the accuracy, timing. So much of these perimeter screens are based on the quarterback's accuracy and ability to deliver the ball quickly, right on. Whoop! Get up and go. Stay outside. Really nice job. 3rd and 2. 2 by 2. Looks like closed. No. Like almost 33 double cloud. You don't see double cloud very often. Ew. This is that same screen up top. I think the wide receiver just falls. Yep. It's a bad feeling. You got to run it. Can't throw it away. Good life lesson here for quarterbacks out there. On a screen that fails like this, you can't throw the ball away because you got linemen downfield. So you got to just get what you can get and get up the field. Really heady play, especially on a 3rd and 2. You can throw it away right at the receiver who was supposed to get the screen right there, so he could get it right there and throw it away at their feet, but you can't come back and throw the ball away because you got ineligible linemen downfield with the screen. So just down 6, high red zone, 4th down, middle field close. Looks like man. We get 4 to a side here. This little whip route, I mean, that's wide open. Still got to throw it, though, to the number 3 up top. Nice job. Good execution. 4th down. Really meaningful down. Big time play. Again, that's just too much space by the defense there. 4th and short. Footwork wise, though, shuffle. All his cleats in the ground. Again, signaling exactly what he wants. I mean, how about what's going on at right tackle here? Again, I love how he's, look at his back foot, loaded. You know, almost like a hitter, just loaded on that back foot, ready to go. Keeps all his cleats in the ground. Quick delivery, little 3/4, whoop, right on him. Really nice job. That's a big time play. Not a massive throw down the field, but great execution on a meaningful down. One of my favorite plays so far. Empty. You know, this is probably one of the first ones where I was like, this is not a great play. To me, this has got to be a touchdown. We'll see it from the back end. You got the numbers inside. You know, obviously he's not the most powerful runner in the world, but this is the first play where I'm like, man, he looks a little light. You got to find a way to get in the end zone right here. Now, I get it. You're running up into a Pac-12 linebacker, but this is open. Right here, a little quarterback draw, that left A gap. What is the duck doing right there? Is that a spork? That's awesome. Is that Todd McShay? Right there. I mean, that's a touchdown. You can't let the linebacker who's coming from the middle of the field, you can't let this linebacker beat you into this hole. You have to score here. You gotta get your feet and keep driving and go. Can't be distracted by the spork. Oh. Closes fast. You gotta go. Gotta find a way to get in there. So that's the first one, you know, and it's not really a quarterback play. It's more of an athleticism, running the ball type play, but you would think that most guys would be able to get in there. You know, scheme-wise here, first time probably taking a sack without knowing exactly where they were thinking for this concept. Hard to get mad at him here, other than the fact that, you know, they're running a stunt. Watch the center just get picked off. My goodness. Just boop. It's funny. The guy who does the picking sometimes feels like he gets like an acceleration towards the quarterback on these stunts. You'd love to see him not get tackled right there, but you know what? easy for me to say with the clicker. Just know where to go with the ball. Nice job by the Oregon defense. Backed up 2x2. Second and long. Again, I just love the fact that he protects so many of these plays with throwing the ball away. There's never a really, not never, there's rarely contested throws down the field. You know, Balin, get outside the pocket, throw it away. Third and forever. 7-man, little protection. Variation of Y over. Oh no. You know, this to me is what I would think would show up more on the film than it does. This is just him staring down this thing right down the middle of the field, making a poor decision, poor throw. You know, a little behind him again, because they have the ability to throttle in all these spaces. You know, whether this is behind him a little bit, or, you know, the decision to throttle there, the decision to throw it turns into a touchdown. You know, to me, there's just no good answers there. Now, there's no good answers scheme-wise for just about anybody in that situation, but to turn that into a pick six is a bummer and totally on the quarterback. But he bounces back. He really does. 2x2, middle field closed. You know, just up top, little seam, finding soft spot in the zone, throttling down, being on the same page. That's what it looks like. Understanding space, coverage, gaps in the zone coverage. A little hand to the face there too, didn't he? Again, right before half, 90 seconds left, 2-minute mode. Not that a whole lot changes. That little screen up top with the cross block. There it is. Again, nice, accurate, long handoff. Three by one. Midfield closed. Variation of 4 verticals. Likes to match up top. Love the footwork there. Oh man, that was that offensive PI. Give a serious shove there. Back shoulder. Probably didn't have to do that. Love the footwork from Gordon here. You can see him really sink back. What they call? Oh, that's a rough call. Again, I love the footwork from Gordon. You know, again, not what I would say is, oh, there's that coach with the mustache, the Oregon strength guy. It's a strong look. I love a good strength coach reaction on the sideline looking at the replay. Either way, love Gordon's base when he's throwing. And that's kind of the kind of in vogue term right now for quarterbacks is their base. That base, when he's loaded right like this, that's perfect. All his cleats in the ground, fast, quick, short release, right on him. Was the duck on the ground there? What's the duck doing? Sit-ups? Watching this Oregon film is like, where's Waldo for the duck? Is there only one duck out there? He's just everywhere. Middle field closed. Nope, middle field open. Look at the guy run out right here. My goodness, that's unorthodox. Not great for the screen either. Perfect play call on here. Again, they're just screening him down the field. Back shoulder fades. Nice job getting outside. Oh my goodness, does he score? Wow. It's nice to get those calls. Playing quarterback, throwing touchdowns off these type of screens. Love it. Again, really good job by Gordon. Again, I can't overstate the importance of the accuracy and kind of touch that those throws take. They're not easy. Okay, we're in the third quarter. Let's see what the score is. 17-17, started the third quarter. Probably not the exact start you're looking for. Oh, I would love to see him here. Now, this is a bad feeling when this happens to you playing quarterback, but depending on what kind of bounce you get here, I'd love to see you pick it up and try to throw this thing away, as opposed to cradling it like you're in a crowd. There's nobody around you. There's no, just pick it up right there, or try to pick it up once, and if you don't get it, then fall on it, but don't just dump it. So now it's second and forever, 2nd and 25, and we're going to come out. They run sail down here to the bottom of the screen, and this is probably one of the, a handful of plays he wish he had back in this game, but this is one of them. This is just a corner route, sail route, whatever you want to call it, scissors action with a post, and you're throwing this to the number 3. So the ball's going to go right here. We're going to get a post clear here. We're going to get a little shallow underneath here, I think. But in essence, what we're watching is right here. Inside release, come out, and you can just lay this thing out on the sidelines. But you got to give him a chance. You can't overthrow. You can't miss this. This is a great call. 2nd and forever. This is a first down. And this is just a bad miss. Whew. And this is probably the one throw that I thought was a straight up miss. Now the pick 6 was, a combination of a decision, but this is there's nobody around him. You just, these type of misses don't show up a lot on early round guys. And granted, he's throwing the ball 50 times. You're going to have some misses, but not usually misses by like 5 yards like that to wide open guys. Another variation of mesh. This time he gets it to the end behind him. I love the fact that he's getting through his reads. Without running a whole lot of mesh in the air raid before, I want to say this is the last read. So it goes kind of from the running back to the mesh to that over post. And that's where the same guys were in the same space the last time they ran it. That's a perfect throw. He's certainly smooth getting through these things. There's nothing easy about these. Again, all his cleats in the ground. Just deliver a strike. Really nice job throwing the ball. So feeling like we're playing catch up the entire game here. Again, another variation of mesh. See these 2 crossers underneath. Nice pocket mobility, moving around, getting up vertical up the field. Protect yourself. First down call. Watch these 2 mesh runners run right in front of us. Whoop. Right there. They have the option once they cross to just throttle down in some zone. See Patman do it right there. Get up the field. Again, getting up the field. Not the fastest guy in the world, but efficient. 3-by-1, middle field closed. Just getting these easy completions to the back. And to your playmakers in space, accurate. He makes these throws look easy. These throws aren't the easiest throws in the world. 2nd and 4, 3-by-1. And another screen. Nice job. Again, love the play calling. Good execution. 2-by-2, middle field closed. Getting to almost like a 4-by-1. I couldn't tell you what this play is. This looks like a variation of mesh. Everybody crossing. Good for you finding what that was. I don't know if that's a slant or a glance or an over. Looks like a borderline slant. I'm going to draw this up just for my own sake here. It looks like we got this short motion. We got what I'm going to call kind of an inverted mesh here with what I'm going to say is a slant, although it very easily could be an in that he just throws quickly. Either way, here or over the top or under, coming out the backside this way. We're on the rail here. That's not a great drawing. We're on the rail here, and we're faking the sweep here. I mean, it's air raid to a max right there in my mind. Guys running all over the place. Again, the footwork, it's hard for me to say that I love it because every single drop is a shuffle. There's never a real true, what I'm going to say, shotgun drop. Now, I love the hybrid shuffle. It's just, you're just not going to see it very often, let alone every single play on a Sunday. Now that's great accuracy, anticipation, vision, quick release. Got a great release. A little shift here. They've run now a handful of times this game. 3x1 to the boundary. You don't see the 3 to the boundary very often. Again, good pocket presence, pointing people out, moving people around, going full field read. And when he gets back to the fifth guy, he's pointing him where to go. Fortunate that thing wasn't picked. That almost looked like pass interference there. Again, we're working left first. No. Tell him go deep. A little high. But again, I love the pocket presence, the ability to not panic, looks calm, always loaded, ready to throw, not up on his toes. A little play action. Ooh, this is a cool play. A little fake inside zone split flow, come up, work this slant down here to Patman, push off, boop. That's nice. That's a great call. Good execution. See it from the back end, be even better probably. And just a quick little play action fake, throwing the slant to our left. Whoop. That's great footwork. Look at the suddenness. Just kind of ride it, foot in the ground, rip right down the middle. That's nice. 4 minutes left. Third quarter, 3x1. There's that screen again. I've seen this play. Same blocking technique down here to the bottom with the wide receivers. Not quite as much this time. Again, this is just their outside run. Outside zone, wide zone, whatever you want to call it. Again, he makes it look easy. It's not easy. Catch, turn, throw, right on him. Three by one. Middle field closed, man. Ooh, had Patman. Again, I don't know if this is I guess a variation of mesh. A little swap, switch release up top. We'll come back and see it from the back end, see where his eyes are, but I thought he had Dez a little earlier, right kind of at the elbow of that field goal post. Come across right there. He's not looking at him. I'm not even sure he's throwing it to Patman there. It's a dangerous throw. Again, that's a really nice job. I like this, the ability to kind of move within the pocket, keep your eyes down the field, hit your wide receiver, not would have been a hard catch, but hits him in both hands. Empty, 3x2. This is third down or fourth down? Third down. Gets sniped by the number 2 up top. You know, this almost looks like 5 verticals. Maybe not. Maybe they're running slants up top. Not my favorite throw in the world. Would love to give your guy a chance here in the end zone. You know, maybe this is half throwaway, high back 5. This thing comes off a little high. I don't know if he gets grabbed right there or what. Yeah, he does get grabbed right there. Never mind. That should have been a penalty. Look at 16 on defense right here. Put his hands behind his back. Like, nah. All right, fourth quarter. What's the score? Jeez, down by 11. Got a long way to go. 3x1. Looks like, oh, closed. Oh, man, running wide open right there. Number 2 down here at the bottom of the screen. This is one of the ones where I would say I would question the read a little bit. Almost like he gets locked on this curl or dig here. To me, we got multiple winners for big plays, potential big plays here. We got post or like a post over thing. We got a wheel that looks like it's going to be wide open, but it really looks like he's just kind of locked on where he ends up getting the ball, whether this is a curl or a dig or anything where you can come in here and find space. Would love to see him throw this. Would love to see him throw this with the wheel right here. This is one of the few times where I thought, you know, and that's a little bit what happens when I don't know the offense well enough to tell you, like, this is the read for sure. But they got some potential big winners out there. I mean, look at that original post guy. I can't tell if it's 8 or what. He's pumping right there. He thinks he should be getting the ball. Hands on his head. Maybe because he dropped it, but we'll see it from the back. See if I can tell where he's looking. He's working the left the whole time. Again, I don't love the bounciness of it, but I love all his cleats are in the ground. He's relaxed. Right there. I mean, that guy's wide open right down the middle of the field. That ball get tipped too? Yeah, it does. That's tough. 3x1. Looks like open. Fake screen. Love this screen. So we're going to do a fake middle or fake wide receiver tunnel screen, whatever people call this play. He's going to go up and then come back. They've run it a bunch, not necessarily to the outside guy. And we're going to come out here, fake block, and this turns into basically all go. Fake block, seam. And really just read this thing 1 to 2 right across. And it's great when they're able to throttle in the zone area by the seam player. Love it. Come back. Vision, able to see it, wide open, put it on him. Again, quick release, decisive. Nice play call. Fake, no, boom. There it is. 19 had a day, minus that pick. 3x1, open. Nope, closed. They're doing a nice job rotating down. Hit me with buzz there. Again, great job. This is that sail play that I thought he missed earlier. I mean, it's wide ass open again. He misses it again. This time he just doesn't throw it. So this is literally the same play. And obviously, if you watch Air Raid Team, you're going to start to see the same play over and over again. This, whatever they call this, 90-something, come in, and this thing needs to be thrown out here. This is wide open. We're going to get, I want to say, a post clear here. I'm going to get some sort of shallow running back this way. I'm going to get the back checked out here. To me, this ball needs to go to the sail. right there. There's all this grass. You just leave this thing out there. Nice, easy touch throw. We'll see when he decides to go to the back. I mean, you pretty close to being wide open. I'd love to see that post. Really pump it, go harder at that corner to keep him out of there. But that thing is open. Nice job coming back with the hip by block, though. They call late hit. That's tough. That's nice. You know, if it's just me, the other thing I would say that you don't really see is any sort of like dovetail with his drop. You know, when he goes to his left, he drifts to his left. And it's just a little subtle. It doesn't really matter right here, other than this left guard is getting walked into his lap. But it will matter on Sundays. You get that far over, you'll get some guys right at your feet. First and 10, plus 43. Split back, little shovel. Ooh, love this screen. Oh, come on, right guard, man. You got to make that block. 65's got a block 41. Just that little subtle seal off. Great. Help your buddy. Doesn't even need to help him, though, because they're running a stunt the other way. This should have been a massive hit. So what I'm talking about, this is the guy we need to block. He's got the back man-to-man. Comes off, and then we get a little bit of a... He's going to step this way to set up this stunt they have coming back the other way. A little twist. But because he steps this way, the right guard puts his hands out, and then it's just a half second late right here. But this thing should be a massive hole because he's going away this way. This should have been a massive hitter. They were waiting on this one. Oh. Tough. Watson. Come on, Watson. 2x2. Second and long. You know, again, this is air raid to a T down here. The slot receiver on the bottom. Coming down. Finding grass. Running to grass. Oh, man, he found him too. Just great job getting it up over the corner right there. But you just never see these type of routes in dang near any other offense. Now, I can't tell you if he's doing this or if he's thinking it's just grass and running it, doing it on his own. But he's coming across and then takes this thing up like this. I don't know what we have over here. Cross over, something to clear it out. But this is a great job by Gordon being able to just hang with it. But this takes forever. This is what you can do when they're only rushing 3. Look at him just sit back on his back foot. Nobody around him. I mean, that's nice. Great patience, great vision. Being on the same page. Cool concept. Again, I love the footwork of watch how loaded he is on that back foot. Hang, 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 hang. You know, that's a little 7-iron right there. Up and down right at the front of the green. So just over 10 minutes left. Down by 11. Split backs. Looks like closed. We'll play fake. I think we got some miscommunication going on here because unless it's supposed to be going to that, I'm guessing, this is just me guessing, because the wide receivers look like they're blocking. But to me, this looks like this ball needs to go right here to this guy, right here in the flat, almost like what I'm used to calling like a spear screen. Because there's nowhere to throw the ball, and the offensive linemen look like they're cutting. So either not on the same page, Again, nice job making somebody miss. Oh, you'd love to see this. Be able to hook this throw up. Comes out a little, almost a little sidearm. Again, you just don't see a whole lot of misses like this. Now he's had a couple, and you're going to obviously have a couple when you throw the ball 50 times. But when you got offensive linemen cutting like this, the ball is going to come out fast. For whatever reason, it doesn't. That thing is sidearm, more sidearm than normal. You got to make that throw. That's a throw that is open, not going to get hit. Can't come out and drop down on the side when you get outside the pocket. And again, you don't see many massive plays, any plays really being made outside the pocket. You see good decisions. Oh, that's nice. Fake the jet sweep. This is nice. So the play right here, we're going to get a touchdown. Coming in, basically takes over the seam. We get the outside go coming this way, and we're just fake jet sweeping. 1 to 2. Good, clean, great play call. This is a really cool, well-designed play. Great job by Gordon being able to throw this thing. That's a beautiful ball. Up and down. Guy doesn't even get hit. As a defender there, you got to collision that if you're the middle field player. See what the middle field player is even looking at. Good, nice job looking left. Look at that throw. I'll see if I can pause it when he lets it go. Right there. Right on the G. Look at the duck saying, no, no, no. Right down the tracks. I love it. Anytime it goes right down the hash, it's such a cool throw. All right, if you've made it this far in the video, you probably like it, and I appreciate that. But if you want even more of it, get over to the Patreon community for the QB School. It's an opportunity to see these type of long-form videos year-round. I try to put the best content over there. Long-form, it's basically think exactly what it's like to be in an NFL quarterback meeting. So I appreciate the support. Get over there. I'll put a card up here. Check it out. Thanks for the support. All right, going for 2 here. Getting a little fake jet sweep. There it is. Can't tell if this is a slant or a spot or a snag. You just find the zone, find the space. Classic air raid. Find space in the defense, throttle down, put it on them. Being on the same page, having the same vision. Good quick release. A little low slider, but good enough. All right, down 6. Plenty of time. 2 by 2. Again, that wide receiver screen. Here it comes. This is the same screen that I think they started out the game with, where we're not going to block this defender right here. It's usually the read off him. Surge screen, I guess we call it. Come down here. And so if he comes up and takes this thing away, we'll go to the left. If he comes up and rushes the quarterback, we'll throw it to the back. It's how I'm used to playing this play. Nice job by the Oregon corner down here at the bottom. Fighting through that block, making the tackle. Really nice play. Again, we're not going to block 47. No, come back. Right on him. Again, I know I've said it a handful of times, but I do love the way that he throws these screens. He makes it look easy. They're not easy. 2 by 2, middle field closed. Man. Coming up, making life difficult on those wide receivers, engaging them. Can't tell if this is, I think this is supposed to be over. So an out down here with the over. Love that wide receiver to keep running. Not sure why he's throttling down. Man to man, we got to run away from him. Watch 19 here. Again, lots of signals. Making sure they're on the same page. And they're obviously not on the same page because he's throwing that like he's going to keep running and he throttles. 3rd and 10. 3-by-1. Shift to 2-by-2. Middle field closed. Again, same play that they dropped earlier with that little fake smash hitch down here to the bottom. Turns into an angle. That's pass interference to me. I really like this concept, though. So what we're going to get here, where the ball ends up going, is we're going to come up here. Here's the hitch. And this is just a variation of smash. That's smash right there. But from here, it turns into kind of a double move, kind of hitch and post. Very cool concept. They've called it now at least twice and missed it both times, but it's been there. No call? Oh, man. Again, the footwork wise, you know, he's been up and down all night. You know what I mean? Not toesy so much, but bouncing. And it just, I think it makes some of these throws just not as fast and accurate as he wants. All right, 3 minutes left, down 6, backed up, first down, 2-by-2. Chance for a big come from behind drive. Middle field closed, man. Get a completion. A little shallow. Nice job. See it from the back end here. Just 19 coming across. A little shallow cross. I'm not sure if he thought he was hot or he just thinks that's wide open. Either way, I love getting a completion early in a 2-minute type situation. Get that momentum going. Even though it gets the clock going, you don't get a huge gain. 3-by-1. Again, this is air raid stuff for me up top. The 3 and the 2, just looking for space to throttle down. Find green grass. What a play. By far the best play outside the pocket so far. We'll see if he gets pressure, if he just bails here a little bit. That's a bad feeling right there. Look at the running back. He does a nice job. He's leaving to go run a route. Sees the back comes. Got to come back down. Ooh, that might be a penalty. Low to high there. Either way, we're bailing out. Great job making a play here. Look at this. My goodness. This is that is a big time throw. That's a this might be my favorite play of the day here. There's nothing easy about this. When he goes to let this thing go right there, I mean, it's barely open. Fading away to his left. Man, what a throw. What a play. This is the best play I've seen. And he's made a bunch of really nice throws, but this is him making a play. Out on the perimeter. No. Guy falls down. Backing up. What a great play. My goodness. That's how you come from behind, take the lead. Need plays like that. Little chunk plays. Again, just finding a zone. Get outside the pocket, throw it away. Protect the play caller, protect the concept. Variation of all go, just sitting down. Looking for that space. Again, watch 19. I mean, you don't see a whole lot of this type of route on a Sunday. Going in there, turning around, backing up. Put that thing in the first row. Great decision making. Live to fight another day. Middle field closed. 3-by-1. It's that same sail concept. Except this time they, instead of the shallow out here by the 1, that looks like they run just a straight up go. Ooh, really fortunate right there to try a little back shoulder. Not going to get him again. This time the corner's right there. That's almost offensive pass interference. See it from the back end. Did they call it? No, they called defense. Oh my gosh. It's hard to be a defensive guy nowadays. Granted, I was looking from the press box there, but again, a little signal from Gordon, getting exactly what he wants. Again, love the fact that he's back on that back foot. When I say all your cleats in the ground, this is what I mean. All his cleats in the ground, loaded, good position to throw. That's amazing that they called that offensive pass interference or defensive pass interference. That's offensive pass interference to me. Look at the sideline. They're about to lose their mind. But again, you get a little chunk play outside the pocket. You get a penalty. Now you're almost at, the midfield point. Mesh. They've run this play a bunch this game. You just keep seeing the same concepts over and over and over. Look at this throw. My goodness. This. He's putting together some amazing plays here on this final drive. So I know I've drawn this up already because I've run this at least 2 or 3 times the other way. We're running mesh this way. So again, we identified the mesh right here. This is the mesh concept where these guys can sit or run to grass, whatever it is. An air raid special. We got this post or clear, and then we've got this in running right behind him. Now the thing to pay attention to here, this in takes forever to get here. What I love is the footwork. He's hanging back here, and then this just a subtle slide. This is playing quarterback on Sundays to me. Now, you might not have the time to do it like this, but this little shuffle, that little shuffle right there, throwing it the other way. Oh, and he made a miss. I can't wait to watch this from the back. This is really nice. To be able to just, now granted, I think they're only rushing, they're rushing 4, but they're nowhere near him. But this subtle little to the left, and then there comes the in going the other way. So you're moving to your left, throwing to your right. Really awesome. That's a great play. He's put together some amazing plays on this drive. You can see why people like him. Just under 2 minutes. Now you're to the point where you almost don't want to score fast. Give them time. I know they come back and lose this game. Again, how many times have they gotten into the red zone and run this wide receiver screen? You got to think that these guys would be coming up, rallying to this ball. Not a touchdown this time, but out of bounds. Stop the clock. Again, the accuracy of these throws just every single time. Handoff right on his face. Get it to the playmakers in space. 3rd and 3. Ball's on the 5. 3-by-1. Middle field closed. Yeah, I don't love middle field closed at the 5-yard line, but what do I know? Again, this is the similar play that they ran on the 2-point play. They hit that number 3 receiver, finding that little soft spot in the zone, right where he's trying to go. It's just a nice play by the defense. They call penalty. My goodness. Again, look at his loaded up on his back foot. So good. Oh, it's a nice play by 41. Now it's 4th down. 3. 3-by-1. They just called the same play. It's the same play. Same route that they hit on the earlier 4th down too. Crazy, the air raid just keeps running these same things. Same concepts over and over. That's why they get so good at them. Got a great understanding of where the soft spot in the zone is. But that's quick release. That is a great play by the quarterback. Watch how quick this thing comes out. Right on him. Take the lead. All right, that's a wrap. Anthony Gordon. I think that there's a lot to like. I think that there are some things that definitely are question marks. I think he's got a great release. I love his base that he throws off. The ball padding, some of the decisions, the scheme is always going to be a little bit of a question mark when you come out of an air raid system with some inflated stats, but he made some plays down the stretch. It was a lot of fun to watch. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Thanks for watching.